welcome to another edition of Sports Exchange. Am I riled up? Am I ready? You know it. I already had a Motor City Madhouse show. When am I going to shut up? When God says I have to. But right now, I'm not doing that. Had enough good old caffeine to get me riled up. And I look to my right. I have Mr. Durham Bull. I'm going to get him riled up before long, anyways. And welcome back, Cliff. I'll tell you, you're becoming an actual big name on this program.
Okay, if you say so. Just doing my part any way I can.
Yeah, through the eyes of Lucas. What do you think of your teammate to the left of you?
I'm enjoying it so far. It's so far a pretty good ride.
I enjoy having you on, my brother. You're one of those types of guys that's going to grow with every episode, and I'm glad to have you on the network. Of course, ACC Kickoff had everything to do with you being on here because I enjoyed that event immensely. And Jason Prock, once upon a time there was Jason, and once upon a time, guess what? There's still a Jason. A little bit later in the game with a lot more people to watch it. Great stuff, Jason.
Glad to be here.
And the Candy Woman can, because she is the Candy Woman. There you go. Candy Epling is here on the network as well. Just get to see me sing twice tonight. Oh my gosh.
Because I mix it with love and make the world go around, right? Come on
the world tastes good.
You can fill it in.
Doing your best Sammy Davis Jr. there, huh?
Exactly.
Oh, Sammy Davis Jr. Is that who's song?
Yeah.
He sung that song?
Yep. I have that song. That's a great song. That's a great rendition. I absolutely love that song.
Just goes to show you what a musician I am, right? I didn't know who sang it, but it's good to know. All right, we're gonna sing a lot of good music tonight. Rob Maraska joins us in a bit, but we're gonna start off with motorsports as Alex Powell dominates the 2026 Detroit Grand Prix with his fourth win of the season. We don't talk about motorsports too often, but the Detroit Grand Prix, as Jason and I both know, is a very special event. Back in Metro Detroit, they're holding it in downtown. We'll start off with Jason first. What are your thoughts about not only Alex Powell but the event itself?
It's such a fun event. You know, I haven't been able to actually go down there myself to the IndyCar, but it's a fun event for the whole city of Detroit. It's been there for many years. This gentleman, Alex Powell, he, not to get ahead of myself, but he's a 4-time champion, and and he has 10 top 5 finishes this season, and that's incredible. But as far as the environment and just being around people and just getting to know the areas, it's hot and it's loud, so you might want to bring some earplugs. But it's a fun event, and the local news stations, Channel 4 is always there, Channel 2, and it's definitely an event that everybody in America would like to see live.
See, I haven't been to the one downtown, but I used to go to Belle Isle. And Belle Isle. In fact, there was a time. Get this, Candy wouldn't be surprised at this, but I took my vehicle and drove around that track, but not at the speeds that they did because I just got the itch to do it. But Belle Isle was pretty neat. Candy, I know it's a bucket list item for me to take you there, but you know how important this race means to you. You've covered motorsports in the past.
It has. They raced on Belle Isle from 1992 to 2001, and again from 2007 to 2022. It excluded 2020 because that was COVID, and and nothing happened then. But it successfully moved back to the heart of downtown Detroit, starting in 2023 to reconnect with the city's commercial core. The event featured IndyCar Series, Indy Next by Firestone, IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. It took place from May 29th to May 31st, 2026 on a 1.65 mile 9-turn temporary street circuit in downtown Detroit. That's got to be really kind of cool. Like, Scott, we've been to different places. We've been to Sebring down here, and that's on an old airstrip. And like they talk about the vibrations, I would imagine on regular streets. Let's face it, Detroit is up north. You would get potholes. You'd have to fix those. Like, I could just imagine the vibrations that some of these race car drivers feel because it's not on a regular track. That's just, it's not Daytona Beach or Indy that's all they do. This is on streets. I can't imagine.
I like the fact that you brought the Sebring analogy. It's a really good race. I enjoyed covering it. I doubt I'll get back there again, only because it's just a tough race to cover, and I like to be personally on ovals more than street courses. It's not to say I won't, but it's unlikely. Okay, Lucas, had a little time to think about it. If you think about it this way, the economic impact for a race like this in downtown Detroit speaks volumes, and you have a guy, as Jason said, who went out there as a pretty good driver, to say the least.
I mean, it's good for Detroit, but I mean, it'd be probably pretty good for Canada across the lake too. I mean, they could probably set up some ships out there and watch that go on. I don't know if there's some the strip goes along. Well, the strip is you're able to see it from a boat if you're coming from Canada. But I think that would be pretty sweet to watch. And I mean, yeah, there's some pretty tight turns along downtown Detroit. That'd be entertaining. I mean, you got F1 in Miami, and then you got the
Right.
Grand Prix
That's
coming
true.
to Detroit. I mean, I'd watch that. I'd come down to downtown Detroit for that. I mean, if I was in Michigan, yeah, for sure.
What? Well, Lucas, you do bring up an interesting point, though. Many years ago, they used to have a Formula One race in downtown Detroit. So it's been there. They've tried so many different things with it, and they don't do a lot of racing, I think, at Michigan International Speedway, which is where I used to cover a lot of those races, too. But I enjoyed that as well. But
Brooklyn,
Formula One has
Michigan.
been there. IMSA's been there. And, of course, now you obviously have Indy cars over in Detroit, which everybody knows is the Motor City. So you make some great points. Great stuff. Okay, we'll turn it over to Cliff.
Well, it's obviously a great event there. I did a little bit of research on the guy. He's been driving since he was like six.
Wow.
6 years old with like these little like cars. I guess that's kind of like the thing they do. But it's I'm not a big racing fan, but I was always like dazzled and never understood how they were able to like just shut down an entire city to be able to do that. That has got to be a Herculean task to be able to do that, especially a city like Detroit. Where it's going. Yeah, I get of course, the Motor City car production there for years and years and years. But yeah, and apparently he really dominated this past race, and he's won a bunch of races this season, like half of them, which I mean, that sounds pretty good. What you're doing. He seems to have a good solid career going, and did it in Detroit, and he seems to like that race quite a bit.
All right, let's transition over to hockey. I know Cliff is big on this sport, and I've enjoyed actually having hockey content on here. Also, we get it on Sports Wrap on Thursdays. We'll have another hockey show beginning tomorrow night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We'll even have a little bit of running and marathon. So if you have nothing to do, come on over to our network, and we'll have a great Sports Wrap as well. Let's talk about Bruce Cassidy. He had a quote, "I'm not good enough to coach the Vegas Golden Knights, but I'm too good of a coach." Excuse me, let me read it again. But I'm too good of a coach to coach a team that asks. All right, that's a really. No, he's referring to the Edmonton Oilers. But anyways, what are your thoughts about the employment status, Cliff, of Bruce Cassidy right now?
I'm shocked he hasn't gotten a job already, unless it's like somewhere in his contract that he can't go someplace. But that doesn't seem to usually be a problem for lots of other guys. It's only a matter of time before someone else is gonna hire him. Probably sometime this season, someone's gonna be in the hot seat, and he's gonna go in there because he's Bruce Cassidy. I don't know why it didn't work out with Vegas there. It did before pretty well. He did pretty well before, and then I guess things fell apart. And then Tortorella went in there and got them as far as they could, and they got rid of him. It's like, oh, thanks. We had you for a few weeks or whatever it was, a month, whatever that was, and see you later. Okay, that was really bizarre. Usually, when something like that happens, they might give him another year. They're not like it's not like okay, a few weeks you're here and then you coach and then you're gone. That was really weird, unless like the GM takes over. So that was really bizarre. I think yeah, it's. I have no doubt he's going to get a job. They always recycle these guys, especially Bruce Cassidy. When you have the success of a Bruce Cassidy to do what he does, he just like he can pick where he wants to go next, basically. I don't know. I think he's gonna hook up somewhere, and it's just a matter of time. I'd be shocked if he didn't get a pick up somewhere else during this year when someone gets canned.
Well, part of the problem that he had there, he's still under contract for one more year, and obviously Vegas is having to eat it. I know Candy's looking to do research, but I have to set the story straight. She can fill in a little bit moment unless she wants to do it now because she's
No,
chomping
you
at
already
the bit to
did.
do it. Well, I mean, Candy, I know what's going on, so I put the topics in there. But he's under contract, and they held on to him. But with that said, I'm going to put Candy in. Why don't you give me some reinforcements on this?
No, you already said it. I mean, he's under after Cassidy's firing, it was reported that Edmonton Oilers and Los Angeles Kings made requests to Vegas about the possibility of interviewing him for a head coaching role, but they were declined by the Golden Knights because Cassidy was under contract until the end of the 26-27 season.
Well, I think what you have there is a situation where I'm not letting you coach in the Western Conference. You can go east. I don't have to see you. Does that make any sense to you at all, Lucas?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the reputation for being a good coach. I mean, if he's going to make something happen, someone's going to pick him up. Someone's going to do something with him. He's not just going to be a lame duck as a free agent, just not coaching hockey. He's going to be somewhere where he's needed, and where his experience is going to be put to the test. Well, not even put to the test. His experience is going to be known to whatever program that he's going to go to, and he's going to probably take him to a playoff run for sure. So, so whatever team that is, I mean, yeah, Edmonton, if it really, because it sounds like they're pretty desperate up north. I mean, heck, Vancouver as well. I mean, they might. I mean, some of those teams that are up there. Heck, I mean, yeah, just a lot of Canadian teams are definitely looking for some kind of step up to make the push, because they haven't had a Stanley Cup since the 90s.
93.
Yeah,
1993.
Yeah, so before I was born. So, sorry, I had to do that.
Appreciate that one.
My bad.
No, he's just showing the age card for you and me, Cliff and Candy. I mean, I don't know.
It's only by 1 year, though. It's only by 1 year.
Okay,
Yeah, I was in my
all right.
20s. Okay,
It's okay. Oh shoot, I'm sorry.
I was in college at the time.
Oh,
watched it.
college in the 90s would sound great right now. But yeah, I feel that he's got to get picked up by somebody. I mean, someone's looking to make something happen with their team, and there's gonna be players that are like, yeah, let's get this guy. So,
Okay, no, good point. At least you brought the age card in. It's okay. We don't take it. And listen, we got gray, so you're just young, man, and you got whatever color your hair is. It's okay, and I hope you live as long as you can. I mean, but the fact of the matter is, Bruce Cassidy, you are right though. Lucas, he will get hired at some point. We'll see how it all plays out going forward. So you're dead on, accurate on that. Okay, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Montreal Canadiens, I remember that Stanley Cup, and they beat the Kings, and the Kings actually had a good Western Conference final and beat Toronto before that. That's another story. But Bruce Cassidy is a solid coach. I could see him even going to the Eastern Conference.
Right.
Islanders, Rangers. I mean, they're going to need somebody.
Islanders just got DeBoer. He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
No, they signed him at the end of the last season.
Right.
And he's staying there. He's going to be there for the next couple of years. But they did that specifically because they didn't want to have to compete against people in the off season. They wanted to get rid of Waugh. They did that.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. It's just unfortunate. Sometimes a name doesn't always get you anywhere. But in conclusion to, Bruce, he will get another job. And I don't know what the deal is there, you guys, with the general manager, because remember Gerard Gallant he did very well in Vegas, and they canned him, and then they picked up Tortorella, and then they canned him. So, and he brought him to a final. So I'm not sure if the GM and the coaching staff is not getting along there, just it's you would think winning cures most. They did make the finals this year, so
I think they just wanted to bring up the guy from Henderson. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
I think that was always the plan.
From last week we talked about
because that was always kind of like the plan, and they wanted to do that. So it's sorry about that. What did you hear that?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay,
his name is
right,
Craig. Can you do the research who they ended up getting to replace it? We talked about it last week on Sports Wrap, but Candy will come up with research who Vegas' current coach is. Anybody else want to add to this?
Well, I just want to. He talked about the '93 finals. Then that the conference finals was against the Islanders.
Ryan Craig.
There you go.
Yeah, it was against the Islanders that year. That was the last time they had been in the playoffs and did anything.
Oh yeah,
and that's the year what jackass Dale Hunter cold-cocked Pierre Turgeon after he scored a game-winning goal, and the entire team just like jumped on top of him and beat the crap out of him. But he was out of the playoffs after that and kind of came back, and they played Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh was going for their three-peat, and they beat Pittsburgh to stop them without Turgeon. And Turgeon was never the same since. And I loathe. You want to get me mad? Get me mad about Dale Hunter. Okay, he's another one. I will despise that man to the end of my days.
He's a bully, Cliff. He did that with he was going after Chelios too with that.
Yeah, but that was it was terrible. There was like he scores the goal and then he just completely attacked him. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know." How do you not know that it went in? I'm like,
he knew.
To this day, he's coaching. He was like coaching in the juniors. I'm like, I would not let that guy around anyone. I don't care what kind of career he had. I wouldn't let him around hockey, young hockey players like that.
Okay, who's spoken on it? Everybody talk about this one? Making sure I got a good head count here. Okay, we'll stay with hockey for just a moment here, because there's a guy that don't want to play in Montreal, and his name is Brandon Gallagher, is moving on from Montreal Canadiens after 14 seasons. Some thoughts about the brand man leaving the Canadiens, Cliff?
Brendan Gallagher, he was a good solid player, second line, third liner. He played at Montreal. He played with below the Caps for a while. Got some apparently, when you play with Ovechkin, your numbers go up. Sometimes I think he had that Ovechkin rub from that.
Right.
Every guy. 14 years is a good career. That's a good long career. Middle of the road kind of player. I never had anything. Unlike Dale Hunter, never had any bad feelings about the guy. He was just kind of there. He scored some goals against the teams I like sometimes, but that's what his job was. He played it the right way. He was a good player. Had his streaks here and there. Not the greatest player in the world. He's not going in the Hall of Fame, but he was solid. He contributed in a lot of different ways to whatever team he was on. And I wish him nothing but the best. Any guy, I have an absolute respect for most hockey players if you don't try to kill certain other players, but any person that can play and do that, I have nothing but the utmost respect, because there's so much sacrifice and time, and he did it for a good long while.
Anything you want to add to this, Lucas?
Yeah, the Canadians haven't. Lots of disappointment. You're making the playoffs, but you're not advancing to the most important game in hockey. He just wants a title chase. He wants a chance to make it happen. That's the most exciting time, is to make a pursuit for the cup. So, you can't blame the guy. He's not a first stringer, but he's getting his work in. He's getting his time in. But I can't blame the guy whatsoever.
Okay, Jason.
He might probably try to land with a contender. I think that's probably what he's hoping for. But a decent player. He kind of reminds me like a Doug Brown type player,
Right.
where he last in the league a little bit, and he's contributes. So nothing but the best for him and his future. He may come in for another year or two and then hang it up, and it would be a good career even if he did now. So he'll try to land with a cup contender, I'm sure.
Okay. Candy, anything you want to add to this?
So he was traded June 29th to the Vancouver Canucks, and what he said now is that he understands. Obviously, this team is in a rebuild. He observes that I hope there are some young players that I can help out, expedite their development and certain areas of what being a pro is all about, and hopefully, I'll be able to bring that to the group.
Okay. Great stuff, Candy. Okay. Let's continue on. Former Baltimore Orioles pitcher set to fly with the USAF Thunderbirds. Former Orioles pitcher Kyle Gibson has been selected to fly with the USA Air Force Thunderbirds as part of their Hometown Hero program, Air Dot Show. And he will ride in the backseat of an F-16 Falcon. Pretty interesting story, isn't it, Cliff?
I mean, yeah, they have. Back in the day, long time ago, when I was in high school, I was in Air Force Junior ROTC, so I was all about that. I was going to go in the military, but found out I couldn't because of something. And but yeah, so so I'm very familiar with that. With the Thunderbirds, they are put on an absolutely outstanding show. It is amazing what they can do with that, and he's got to have like a stomach of steel because it's you think a roller coaster stuff. Well, the things that you go through there on in one of those jets, the GE forces and the things that they do, and that's something they probably always do. The pilots, they always try to okay, get a load of this. Hold on, and it's like they sometimes they just like to mess with the people a little bit. So yeah, hey, I don't know how he got in there, but they seem to have a program for that. Hey, that's great for him. It's a former pitcher, so he doesn't have to pitch anymore. You're saying? I remember the name, Kyle Gibson, but yeah. So so I guess that doesn't go against his contract. Go out doing things like things in your contract that you can't do, like I don't know, going to F-16 and get in one of those stunt planes and go through that. So, but yeah, good for him.
Jason?
Yeah, he's a solid former MLB pitcher, and this is something good, something he enjoys to do, and I believe he pitched for Minnesota as well. So if he wants to, do that, that's exciting for him.
Candy?
So he strapped into the back seat, traded his pitcher's mound for Mach speed flight over the beaches of Ocean City. It's an adrenaline rush. It's a thrill, and it's hard to explain the feeling of when you're making that turn and you're just getting crushed down into your seat. And then what they were saying is Kyle, what he's done with his success in Major League Baseball, giving back to communities all across the United States, really mirrors the Thunderbird mission. Everywhere you look on the Thunderbird team, you're going to find that pride and joy in what we do. We recognize just how fortunate we are to be part of this team, wearing this uniform and patch, and represent this great nation. The 45-minute flight offered a glimpse into the lives of the Air Force men and women who serve the country. I can only imagine having to do those maneuvers in combat and doing that on the fly, basically fighting for your life, Gibson said. He felt blessed. He said maybe the Top Gun theme song, if I had a pair of those sweet sunglasses and could walk out to that. Most of my career, I had some type of Christian rap song instead. But he had a good time. It was cool.
All right, Lucas, you in the mood for any adrenaline rushes?
I mean, it's the same kind of adrenaline rush, maybe being on a pitcher's mound, because you got I know he pitched at Camden Yards, I think,
Yeah.
for a little while. And I think
Yeah.
he was, I remember him being on my fantasy baseball league for a little while. I was like, oh, this kid's doing pretty well. Let's pick him up. I'm like, and I just charmed my memory. But yeah, I mean, I mean, you're on a mound and you are the center of attention. But I mean, when you're in a G-force, just high forced area like a Thunderbird, yeah, that's a different kind of adrenaline. I'm sure. Yeah, you got if you're committed to it, you got to be committed to it because there's no exit route. You're strapped in, baby, and let's go. So it's that's a heck of a time. I mean, great for him. That's awesome.
Well, Candy will be the first to tell you that I get the itch to do an adrenaline rush. I've been known to take them, right, Candy? Why don't you explain to these guys a little about some of my adrenaline rushes since you've been in the program?
It alluded to a ticket in one of the other states that he does not want to drive in anymore. But it also, one of his favorite adrenaline rushes was down on the Miami Speedway. Um, he was going to cover the race, and he was down there, and one of the track guys said, how would you like to get in a car? And he's like, what? Are you kidding me? No, he goes, how would you like to drive one of the cars? And he's like, are you kidding me? You got to sit in on a 1 hour educational video. So he sat and watched the educational video. And then I believe it's Scott, was it before or after you got in the car? You called me and said, you're not going to believe what I just did or what I'm about to do. And I'm like, what?
That was before.
He's like, it's going to be the greatest moment of my life. And I'm like, wait a minute. Above our wedding? Are you kidding me? But then he's like, I'm actually going to be able to drive a car around the racetrack. And he's got a certificate hanging on our wall that he was going over 147 point something miles per hour around the racetrack. So that was his adrenaline rush. Scott, you want to say any more about it?
No, I see. I tell you, I've done all kinds of adrenaline rushes. Heck, Jason could probably relate to this probably more than anybody. But get this. Many years ago, I was dating a bartender in Walled Lake is what I was doing. You know where Walled Lake is, right? And I was over, I think it was Key Largo was actually the restaurant. I don't know if you remember the joint or not. So I was dating this redheaded bartender. Oh, is she gorgeous, man. Her and I and this other guy went in a pickup truck and we were cranking around Walled Lake. And so both this guy on his left and myself on the right, we rolled down the window and that snow came inside. You talk about an adrenaline rush, Jason. That was it.
It's cool over there. It's a beautiful area. That whole area, even still, I was there last year. It's beautiful over there. A lot of good fishing too.
So what are your thoughts about what this guy did?
Yeah, that's just wild.
USAF Thunder. All right, so you see, Lucas, I got a bunch of adrenaline rushes in my system. I'm sure you heard that one way. When you're dating a dynamic redhead and you go out there and go in a pickup truck, then you roll down the windows and you get snow flying in the vehicle. Tell me if that isn't an adrenaline rush or what. I don't think they have them kind of in North Carolina. I don't think they have ice on the lakes over there, not near Lake Norman or any of these lakes, right? Lucas?
No, you get one day and it's like what 2 inches of snow and that's a lot. But yeah, it's all gone within like 3 days. And yeah, I mean, my dad's told me several stories from living up in Bay City that once you're snowed in, you're snowed in. It's there's no going back. And I mean, you create igloos to stay warm. I mean, there's a lot of incidents that you just stay with, and I mean, you just hunker down. I mean, that sounds like a race car with a redhead and snow coming down through your car. Oh boy! All right, that's a rush.
Yeah, no,
Jeez, man.
that's putting it lightly, my friend. Okay, well, all right, let's talk about Chip Kelly. Anybody think he'll ever get a head coaching job? I'll tell you, the last 4 seasons, though, in 2023, he was with UCLA as a head coach. 2024, he was Ohio State as an offensive coordinator. 2025 with the Raiders as an offensive coordinator. 2026, guess what? He goes to Northwestern. It's weird looking at Chip Kelly in purple. 2026 offensive coordinator. The dude's going for the Rainbow Challenge of coaching. Okay, Cliff, do you think this guy's ever going to be a head coach, or is he done?
Yeah, he peaked when he was with Oregon, and then he went to the Eagles, and that was just a mess. Yeah, he's Chip Kelly, and it seems like, oh, I'm going here, I'm going there. It's just not working for him. I think he'll get coordinator jobs, maybe arena football. Maybe arena football will have him. Maybe he'll go back to college. Maybe some Division II team. We'll hook up with him. Chip Kelly, we can get him that cheap. I don't know if they'll have the money, but trying to get him, but he might be desperate. He started off hot with Oregon, and then once he went to the Eagles and these other places, it just didn't really work. And I think his next stop is maybe like commentary, like on college football Saturday on ESPN or something. So eventually.
Okay. What do you think, Lucas?
Oh man, that was one of the worst years of the Niners in recent memory since Erickson, probably. But yeah, he had a good career at Oregon, and then he was just trying to pick up that pace. It's kind of like the now Nebraska coach that coached at Carolina for a little while. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but yeah, just some coaches that are just bound for being just college coaches. And I mean, yeah, Kelly had Carlos Hyde, Colin Kaepernick. Who else? Raheem Mostert in his younger days. Like, you can't work with that. Come on, buddy. Let's have a little bit of let's get something together. I mean, I wish him nothing but the best. But yeah, I mean, when he went to Ohio State, it was just like, all right, I mean, you win a national title with Ohio State, but at the same time, it's just like, what's actually going on here?
I remember Colin Kaepernick's name in a while.
Yeah, well, he's kind of off the side of a cliff somewhere. I mean, I feel like he's still good in my mind, but I mean, he has the spirit to make it happen. But I would love to see him actually try to play.
Good. His name keeps coming up. It's been a decade now, or longer than. How long has it been?
It's been way too long.
It's been way too long. They tried to give him a tryout, I think, in Atlanta, and he didn't show up. I'm like,
that's
like, what are you doing?
That's his problem.
Like, if they keep bringing him up, I'm like, when he first started off, he was pretty good, and then he whatever happened, he got them to the Super Bowl, and he had hope, and then I don't know, something just stopped working, and he wasn't good. But he got cut because it wasn't really because of the other stuff, is because he wasn't as good as he was.
Yeah,
I don't know why people keep bringing his name up. Oh, bringing Kaepernick. Like, it's been so long, and he wasn't that good to begin with. He's done. He's
But Cliff, hold it. All right, now you got me going. I knew this topic was going to do it. Are you cotton picking nuts? If Jim Harbaugh didn't sign this guy, what do you think's going to happen? Come on, Cliff, get with it, brother. Jim Harbaugh never signed him into pros. All he did was let him work out over at Michigan, and of course, he hadn't brought him with the Chargers or anywhere. He's the only guy that believed in him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Really?
I think you're agreeing with me. I'm like,
I know. I'm trying to find a way.
You did that.
I'm trying to find a way to loudly agree with you, because don't worry, there's other topics that can get you cranked there.
Okay, yeah, like he's yelling at me. Yeah, I agree with you. You know, he made his own bed. I mean, yeah, you're allowed to have the freedom of speech and stuff like that, but I'm like, and he thinks that's the reason that didn't help, that kind of stuff. I don't care either way, but he wasn't that good.
No,
He wasn't. No, he was driving. His skill set was going down. Plain and simple. And if you're not good, if he was still good or even better than he was, they wouldn't have gotten rid of him.
Well, here's the problem.
They would have tolerated the stuff.
Well, number one, the
but-
guy's been blackballed because he's more trouble than he's worth.
I
I'm going to be
agree.
looking at. Yeah, no. So it's okay for us to loudly agree. So everybody
Okay.
that's watching and listening, it's okay for Cliff and I to loudly agree. Write
Okay.
that down. Nobody's going to hashtag it because if it does happen to be the first time it ever loudly agree ever gets there. So I'm really not like, but I know one thing: Lucas is smart enough that he's going to actually use it in his repertoire as he continues to build his thing here in the business. But loudly agree. So don't worry, I got other ones where you got to loudly disagree. I'm just kind
Okay,
of
I
priming
look
you
forward
up
to
a little
those. Those
bit.
are always fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, the guy, I can't beat him up all the time. He was given a homework assignment to come up with a term bullshit, and he did it. I mean, give me a break, dude. But yeah, no. All right, go ahead, Jason. I got plenty more ways to get him going. I had
I'm
to
gonna
keep the interest in the show here when I go at this guy.
I was gonna say, if it wasn't for Jim Harbaugh, would we even know the name of Colin Kaepernick? He benched Alex Smith to play this guy, and then after Jim Harbaugh was pushed out of San Francisco, what did we hear from him anymore? And like Cliff was saying, we haven't heard from him anymore. I'm going to show up at this gymnasium to try out in Atlanta, and then we don't hear from him anymore again.
Right.
So again, it's it's just old news with him, and he's older. He missed his opportunity to have a second chance by just being a no-show.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts about Chip Kelly? Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly, let me tell you, he just built his name with Oregon, and then went to Philadelphia, and then brought that Wildcat in, and it just didn't work out. And trying to, even with the Raiders, that was kind of a match made in not heaven there with Pete Carroll. And then you had, I don't know what Pete Carroll's thinking bringing in Geno Smith. He brought him into Seattle, and that didn't work out. But then you had garbage Chip Kelly in their offensive coordinator. It just didn't work out. And then you have a team that he's on the Raiders and he has no talent. There's no talent. They're starting to bring in some talent now. You got the new quarterback and then your tight end. But
it's gonna be a while.
It's going to be a while, like Cliff said. Hey, look, it's going to be probably a lot of ESPN or a lot of analyst or commentary for him because I just don't see it anymore for Chip Kelly. I think it's a wrap.
Okay, Candy.
I kind of find it almost ironic that, when Chip Kelly played, he actually played. He played back in 81 to 84 at New Hampshire. The position he played was defensive back, but yet he's an offensive guru. So it's kind of interesting that it's the opposite that what he played. He has been coaching since 1990. We've often talked that there are some coaches that are just better college coaches, and they're just not, for whatever reason. Maybe they can mold younger men, but for some reason that doesn't translate to the NFL. His college coaching as a head coach, his record is 81-41. There are a lot of coaches that would love to be that successful in the college rankings. Now, when he went to the NFL, 28-35. But we'll see how he does at Northwestern. I mean, he's been at some of, and you can't say that he was. Sometimes when you have a head coach and they go to NFL, they go to bad teams, and that's why they don't have success. You went to the Eagles, the 49ers.
Right.
Those aren't bad teams. Those are good teams, and you didn't have the success that you wanted. So that proves to me that you're better off in the college rankings, wherever that may be.
Northwestern isn't really that big of a powerhouse.
Yeah, but you know what?
For football.
But you know what? He did not do that bad of a job at UCLA. He really didn't. But I think he got sick and tired. And of course, now with NIL, college jobs, I don't think are as appealing because there's so much more involved keeping your own players, let alone bringing new ones as well. So I don't know how he would even do in today's college climate. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the United Football League or Canadian Football League will bring him in next if they give him an opportunity. He'd be suited for an aerial attack north of the border.
That's probably where he's going to go.
But remember that in 24 and 25, he replaced Bill O'Brien as offensive coordinator after O'Brien left Ohio State to become the head coach for Boston College. They
Right.
went to the they won the national championship. So he's proven that he can still coach at the college level.
So good, Katie. He goes from Ohio State to Northwestern. You know the difference between those two schools?
He went to Vegas, or the Vegas Raiders in between.
I know
that doesn't help his case.
Yeah, well,
No,
no,
that does
that
not.
hurt him. I know that was bad. But you're talking about Ohio State and Northwestern. For those of you who don't know, Northwestern is a home of journalists, people. So I don't know. We do better writing about this stuff than we do playing. As far as Ohio State, well, he did go ahead and
I
get a
still
ring
don't
there
know
and
why
give
they're
him
in the
that
Big
ball.
Ten. I don't know why they haven't kicked them out. I just think they want them as a patsy so they can beat them up every.
They
the
haven't-
rest of the,
Northwestern
rest of the
hasn't
division.
been all that bad. I mean, they were all doing
Better at football.
Gary Barnett before
They have-
Pat Fitzgerald.
Well, that's
Northwest
it too.
Northwestern has 8 Big Ten conference championships.
Really?
So yes,
Those are really bad years.
well,
Like-
they've been playing since 1876, 150 years ago.
All right.
They
All right,
won championships
old.
1903, 1926, 30, 31, 36, 95, 96, and 2000.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
you know what? They
They're
produce
like
the
the
best.
citadel of the SoCon.
Well, they listen. They produce great journalists. Hey, if you want a famous alumni that went there, how about Brent Musburger? He's a Northwestern
That's
guy.
a pretty good name.
Anybody heard of
Yeah,
Brent
he's-
Musburger?
He's a great sports journalist. That's not surprising.
You are
And
looking
he
live.
cut his teeth trying to probably cover that Northwestern team when he was there.
Well, hey, listen. He came from there sick. That's all that matters. He's my idol. Don't say nothing bad about Brent or
I'm
that
not saying
jerk.
that. I'm not saying
Make the
anything bad
bench
about
young
Brett.
Paul,
Yeah, right.
right?
Yeah, they produce journalists there. Okay, but great stuff.
Scott,
Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say that there was a local journalist back in Detroit. He unfortunately passed away a few years ago. Jamie Samuelson. He went to Northwestern.
Oh, really?
I was actually I had a pleasure to meet him a couple of times. He was just a great dude. Going back from WDFN, the Fan, from the mid '90s with Mike Stone, and he was another one, a journalist. That's why I wanted to bring that up for him.
No, I'm glad you did. Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah.
I never met Jamie, but I know he's a colleague of mine, and I've heard nothing but good things about Jamie for sure. Glad you did bring him up. That's for sure. So, all right. Anybody else want to add to this? Okay, let's talk about one other NFL note. Rob Morosky will be on shortly, and that says Washington Commanders head coach Dan Quinn is viewed as being on the hot seat in 2026 if they have a repeat of 2025, although they did recently sign Stephon Diggs. Okay, what are your thoughts? You're in that area. Cliff, what are your thoughts about Dan Quinn?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They lost Jaden Daniels last year. That anytime you lose your top rated quarterback, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, but I mean it's been that way. You're in the division with the Eagles and Dallas. Giants are there. I'm a Giants fan. That they haven't been much of a challenge recently, but that's always a tough schedule. So you always have them on there, and it's Washington. If you don't step up, you don't perform, you have to do more than just win some regular season games. You got to win some playoff games, and they haven't won the Super Bowl since the early since Buffalo against Buffalo. So with Timmy Smith. All right, the one right after the Giants won. So it's not a surprise. It's new guys who come in, go, leave. You think they're going to do great. They sign some guys 1 year and then they don't do it. Stephon Diggs, that's a huge signing for them. He had over 1,000 yards playing for New England last year after the injury with Houston when he was with Houston. Now he's now I don't think he's going to get 1,000 this year. I can see anywhere about maybe 800 yards, maybe 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns. But he doesn't have to be the number one. He's going to be the number two. McLaurin's going to be the one.
Yeah.
So that's a good signing for them. Their running back field. They got Bill Krosky Merritt, and he was a 7th rounder, but they did bring in Rashad White, who's probably going to take passing and receiving for them. So I think they're going to be a little bit better, but and it all depends on how Jaden Daniels does this year. If he's old Jaden Daniels, he doesn't have those injuries, because he was kind of very banged up last year, and he's going to do better, but he's got to really push this year. I think he really has to push and at least maybe get a playoff spot. I don't know. I'm not saying they will, but that might be the threshold that he needs to get. And I think he's probably going to be gone because, like I said, it's a tough division.
Okay, what are your thoughts, Lucas?
I mean, yeah, there may be a reason why Debo just left. I mean, there might be some inside things that he knows that Dan Quinn might be not picking up. At the same time, maybe Debo is just saying, "Oh, I'm out of here," and and maybe it's not going to work. And I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, Jaden Daniels. I mean, that's the way he picked up that team and made it to the NFC Championship that one year was just unbelievable. Like coming back from all of that to make that game, like that's who thought that would happen in a million years? Definitely not me. I mean, there's so many instances where, when I was covering them and when I lived in Virginia for 1 year, I went to Redskins training camp and it was just abysmal. Jay Gruden was the coach, and I was just like, man, he was constantly just like rubbing his leg the entire time. You could see his ACL injury is just like, and the biggest thing out of the entire camp for me was Theismann just practicing his golf swing with a PVC pipe. It was just,
that's funny.
It was really, really just, it was abysmal. And then for Connor Haskins is it Dwayne Haskins or Connor?
I think Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins, yeah. I went to school with a Connor Haskins, so that's what that comes up to mind. But yeah, Dwayne Haskins. I mean, he was their top pick, and it's just going back and forth with hopefully just to see that progression for them to be where they are now. It's they have potential if they can keep Jaden Daniels healthy. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, Jason.
To me, I think Lucas is right. It's going to be, the health of Jaden Daniels. Is he going to be able to stand up front with this offensive line? Defense, they made the playoffs because of their defense. I think Dan Quinn, like he did in Dallas, the defensive coordinator, and then he kind of turned them around. Last year, there was a lot of injuries. He's got Micah Chambers still. He's a U of M grad and the safety. They signed Amik Robertson. He's the safety that played for the Lions. Deron Payne is also a solid defensive tackle. So they got some young linebacker cores. It's going to be depending on Jaden Daniels, his health from that. I think it was a knee problem last year that he just could not stay on the field. And defensively, can they stay healthy? And if they can't, that might be it. Because usually, sometimes if your defense isn't healthy, it's going to be a tough battle. So and you got Philly and Dallas, and then the Giants are going to be better too. So
I don't know. I'm a
You
Giants
don't
fan.
know?
No, they got Nagy in there, and the offense isn't looking good. I keep hearing it's not looking good, and I'm not. Yeah, we had some hope, but
it's going to take some time there. Yeah.
I don't like the addition of Nagy. Nagy can help Kansas City. He was on Kansas City, and look what he did to Kansas City. They were not really all that great.
Do you have any
last year.
faith in your quarterback?
he's okay. Kid's okay,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's
Jackson Dart.
but it's there's yeah, he's decent, but I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like where I'm hearing. I know they signed 1 million wide receivers. And like OBJ is back, Juju Smith-Schuster, Darnell Mooney. It's like we're gonna sign everybody. Calvin Austin. It's like they signed like a bunch of these guys. Brixton Barrios they brought
Depth
back.
chart.
Like let's see
Right.
what sticks.
We'll
So-
see what that
Bring in the
53 man
wheelchairs.
roster looks like.
Yeah, it's like I know he might make it. I just thought this was going to be one of those glorified. Okay, he'll sign, he'll have the tryout, and he'll retire as a Giant. But they're talking he might actually make it.
But this is going to be, it's going to be a make or break season, Scott and Cliff Lucas. If they can get Jaden Daniels, they will be back in the playoffs, and he's scary when he's on because you see what he did in the Lions, winning too. So he definitely he's going to be a player.
Hey, Candy, you have the last word on this.
Dan Quinn, as I'm looking at some of the coaches he's served under, Steve Mariucci, Nick Saban, Jim Mora, Pete Carroll, Mike McCarthy, and then I look at the tree that he has created. 8 of his assistants have become head coaches. Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, obviously Raheem Morris is no longer, Steve Sarkisian, Mike McDaniels, Tavita Pritchard, and Tosh Lupoy, who's at California. Now, I would say this. The NFL is a win-now league. You need to have, and prove it, you need to have results on the field. In order to have results, if you don't have the backups that can come in to help you when one of your stars goes down, makes a big difference.
Sure.
I don't blame that on the head coach. I blame that on the GMs that are bringing what players and who can they afford and all that. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of season they have this year.
Okay. All right. Well, we welcome Rob Maraska to the show. Hello, Rob. Welcome to the big show.
Hey, everybody. What did I miss?
I don't know. Whatever you miss, obvious what you don't talk about hockey and a few other things. But don't worry, you didn't miss. If you're asking, did I miss a rant? Well, what do we call it? A loud, friendly one? What?
Loud agreement.
Loudly
Loudly agree.
loudly agree. Of course, Lucas is taking notes, so it doesn't make any difference anyway. I mean, this guy's good. I mean, I want to saw him at ACC kickoff. Loudly agree. That's all. All right, so let's talk about baseball a little bit. Then we're going to get some a very off the wall topic, only appropriate for this network. The A's owners say that Las Vegas ballpark is running on time and on budget. John Fisher said, obviously, the cost of $2 billion. Cliff, some thoughts about the A's getting closer to their Vegas home?
I actually I've already talked about this in the past, but I was in Vegas this past year in April, and I stayed at the at the Park MGM, and I've been staying there in that area right by there, and yeah, you're seeing the stadium go up. They're really excited for it. I saw the plans for it. It usually I'm surprised that it's going by budget. It's sticking to the budget. Because lots of times that thing, it's like, oh, we planned this, and we're only, 400 million. We're over budget. That's usually the story. And then lots of times there's like taxpayers things, but this one that we're not really a problem with this one as much. So I'm looking forward to that, and I like the what I was seeing. It has a unique feel to that stadium, look to that stadium. So when I do go in the future, when the stadium is fully there and I'm there, because it's usually April, I'm going to try to get to a game, that's for sure, because I'd love to be able to see a ball game there. It's just sad that the Oakland keeps losing their teams to Vegas.
They don't have any more left to lose. So.
Yeah, who should go to Vegas? The Sacramento Kings. We've gone over this before.
Oh, don't worry. I got some expansion topics I'm going to stroke you on in the future. Tonight wasn't the night
That's
for me.
wonderful.
I know exactly where to get your go, pal. When you talk
Okay.
expansion, this guy goes nuts. But I find some. All right, Lucas. Obviously, like Cliff alluded to, though, it is hard for ballparks to run on budget, but evidently this one is.
Yes, if they can somehow keep the budget within the roof that they have projected for that place, that's a miracle because it's going to be marvelous to even see that thing in action. The way they have it retracted is supposed to be better than I call it Safeco. I don't care. T-Mobile Park. It's supposed to be better than Miller Park, American Family Insurance, whatever.
You're
All of
talking
that.
just so you know, you're talking to a Milwaukee girl on here when you mess up those names. Go ahead, continue.
Miller.
He can't
But
keep
yeah,
track. They keep selling the rights for corporate things. So who can keep track of all these stadium names?
True.
Yeah, I can't, man. I mean, I'll always call Oracle Park Pac Bell. But anyways, yeah, I hope Fisher treats Vegas differently, like not like he did in Oakland. I really hope he actually cares for these people and actually cares for this team and actually puts something
Right.
into it and makes something happen because I mean what he did to Oakland, man, that was really unfortunate. I'm sure there was something behind the scenes that was also going on with that made those decisions, but my goodness, that was just not a good move. Anyways, I would love for them to. I mean, yeah, have a team in Vegas would be sweet. But with that retractable roof and what the blueprints of that place was looking like, it's gonna be a miracle. I really think that's just my opinion though, but I feel
Okay.
like it's gonna be a miracle.
Okay. Well, your opinion matters. That's why you're on the show, bro. Okay, great stuff. All right, give me the thumbs up. Yeah, but it is. Everybody's opinion matters when you get on this show. All right, go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, he's taken a lot of flack, John Fisher, for it seemed like he was not talking to the media about this. But as of recently, he has taken reporters to show the progress of where the construction site of where the stadium is. This is going to be on. This is like a 35-acre lot in total of 9 acres. So this is going to be pretty exciting stuff for baseball and fans all over. And according, there's going to be 30,000 seats. So I'm sure it'll be filled probably every night, I would think. As long as they have a team, as long as they keep guys like Nick Kurtz,
Right.
as long as they keep guys like
Lawrence Butler.
Yeah, Lawrence Butler. They have to keep people like that to keep fans interested. Otherwise, it's going to be a total disaster. I agree with Lucas when it comes to the retractable roof and everything. It's beautiful. I went to the Texas, the Globe Life Field there in Texas, and that stadium is gorgeous. And I don't know if they did that a long time ago. Yeah, it was nice. I seen the Tigers, Rangers, and it's beautiful. And they do it because it's so scorching hot there. They can't even, So this is going to be exciting for baseball, the A's, and the fans. But you're going to have to get a team on this field because, for one, Shea Langeliers too. You got to bring the core back, and then maybe add a little bit of this pitching, and it's going to bring some pizzazz to Vegas, the baseball, and everything else down the road in the future. I'm excited. I want to go to a game.
Okay, Rob. Well, New York MLB talk, be able to go ahead and get you afford to pay your expenses to go there?
Yeah, my question is, are they going to have slot machines in that stadium? I mean, it's Vegas, and they have slot machines in the 7-Eleven. So, and now, betting they have kiosks everywhere now for betting in stadiums. So I'm wondering about that. And also, yeah, the capacity is 33,000. I mean, that's kind of small. I like to see these stadiums have about at least 40,000.
Yeah, but
Probably
New
the
York,
first-
these are small markets.
Yeah, when they made City Field, like Shea Stadium used to be about 56,000, and City Field's now like 45,000. I didn't like that too much because of the postseason, but I don't have to worry about that this year, with the Mets postseason. But with the team in Vegas, I think the first couple of years it's going to be packed, and if they don't field a great team, then that's going to die down. So I agree with the other guys. They're going to have to field a good team. And it is a shame that Oakland is losing all its sports teams. But, it's Oakland is going downhill. And what are you going to do? They had to get out of there.
I think that being it's Vegas, I think the ownership will change pretty quickly. And I think that's probably the best bet. If because there's a lot of money in Vegas. Maybe not the type of money Major League Baseball would, but they're putting the gambling stuff in the stadiums anyway. So I could definitely see that Phillips going and a whole new other ownership group. And if it's someone related to Vegas, they know how to bring in money. They know how to do shows. I mean, you look at the Vegas Golden Knights. It's hockey too.
Right.
I went to one of their games and it was, oh my gosh, they know how to put on it. That was one of the best hockey experiences I ever went to. It was such an incredible experience there. So if it's going to work from a show standpoint, from an entertainment standpoint, they're in the right place.
Okay. Andy?
So from what I've read is the project is going to cost $2 million. It's not a retractable roof. It's a fixed roof with curved metal panels resembling pennants, climate controlled for the desert heat, and a massive cable glass window facing the strip. And it is also part of a larger mixed-use project that will include a new Bally's hotel/casino and entertainment complex as well. Foundation work is already out there. Yes, it's going to be 33 feet. Its location is the southeast corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Tropicana Avenue, the former Tropicana site. So I have seen pictures of it. It does look very cool, but let's face it, money buys new, exciting, fancy stadiums these days. Yes, I am. Be careful when you talk about my Miller Park, because I still will call it Miller Park forever. That is actually, Lucas, and you guys might not, you and Jason and Cliff, I'm not sure you guys all know that Scott and I actually got married inside Miller Park.
Oh,
So
okay.
when it was Miller Park.
That's cool. That's cool.
That, yeah.
Okay.
So it is now American Family Fields. Obviously, stadiums are going to have naming rights because they can make money. The one thing I will say is Lambeau Field has not sold naming rights, but it has sections of it that they sell naming rights to so they can still have the money coming in from some sponsors, but yet keep the name of the actual stadium, the original, because it's iconic.
Well, here's what my thoughts are. Number one, no matter how bad the A's are, because it doesn't look like they're going to be good for a little while, you're going to need a diversion from the gambling. Let's face it, you get sick and tired of gambling. What I used to do was I used to go ahead and rent a car. I went to Hoover Dam. I went to Grand Canyon by plane. And I'll tell you, I didn't mind going on helicopter rides. I didn't mind going on small planes out there. And it was just neat to drive out there. I mean, that's a beautiful area. I went to Laughlin, and I have a city actually in Nevada called Bullhead City. Now, for those of you that are looking up Bullhead City, that was named after me, by the way. And especially when you get me on the air and I'm mad, as Cliff has found out so many times. And he will in the not so distant future. Hopefully, there's
I'm scarred. I can't handle it.
I know you can't. But no, with all due respect, you need some way to divert yourself, and those are great places to do it. You got the Grand Canyon. taking those. I'll never forget the time I had to sit in the middle of the plane because all these Japanese were on the front and the back. I was the heaviest one. They needed me to balance out the thing, and I was way younger than I am now. So go ahead and sit on a plane. I mean, Rob could probably relate to me a little bit, right? You get all these Oriental people back in front, and I'm the one stabilizing the plane so that thing don't go down for all the wrong reasons. I mean, mentioning this, people flying, I don't care. But that's just the way it is. So, yeah, it is a fixed roof. And I guess I'm not really big on retractable sometimes because there's sometimes you have a lot more maintenance and they can break down. You might as well close it up and be done with it and have air conditioning because you can land a bigger events. But the A's, it hasn't been easy for me, playing in Sacramento the last couple of years in a minor league park, but they're managing to find a way. So we'll see how it all plays out. And speaking of the A's, they're going to have a series against the Reds in Las Vegas on June 3rd to June 5th on 2027. So they'll get to play there again. I think they had a successful homestand in Vegas. So, Cliff, what are your thoughts about the Reds playing the A's next summer, June 3rd to the 5th? It's going to be a hot series.
Yeah, they did that this year. They had the series. Who'd they play this year against? I don't remember. I do remember they had
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
The Rockies.
Okay.
The Rockies,
Rockies
and Milwaukee,
okay.
as I understand it.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a good thing that they're doing that there. To give whet people's appetite, give them a little bit of what's to come. It's in the old ballpark, which my cousin lives out there, and he says it's always a good old time with the Las Vegas AAA team there. But I think that's going to be another great. I like when they do that. It's to get used to Vegas, see what people are going to see when they do get there. Obviously, this new stadium is going to be superior to what they've got with AAA stadium. But I like that idea. I like them, just having a couple series there, so they can get used to kind of go in there too, see what Vegas is like, and also the teams coming in. So that'll be that's a treat for them too. So because it's not unless they were in the minors, and that's a different experience. But when you're going in for like a major league game, it's going to definitely be good for everyone.
Well, it's a good test market, like you said, Cliff. You're testing the market out. Kind of whet their appetite when they come there for good. They'll do it. Okay, pick up on it, Lucas. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I just looked at the roof again, and it's just steel rods or some kind of rods that are all over the entire park. So I think Candy might have mentioned it, but I mean, it just goes up. And I swore I saw retractable, but it was just or some kind of fiberglass that's in the roof itself that makes it look like it's retractable, but it just lifts, which is kind of cool. It's going to be especially cool for those desert sunsets. So I totally forgot about that. So
That's okay. No big deal. All right, Jason.
Yeah, I stand corrected, Candy, on that, the retractable roof. But it's like you said, this is going to be exciting for the fans. And it's going to be a beautiful horizon. And, it'll probably I went out there back in 2021. I wasn't able to kind of venture over to that area, but it's going to be hot. You already know. So, but if they're able to do that at night, in those later evening games, like Lucas was mentioning, it'll be a lot of fun for the fans.
Okay. Rob.
Oh, if I was in Vegas for those dates, I would definitely try to catch a game. One of the games of that series. There's a good chance that it's probably sold out already anyway, or it will be sold out. But if I was there, I would check it out. I'm looking forward to see. It's always nice to have a change once in a while. So I'm looking forward to baseball in Vegas. It worked with the Brewers and the Rockies this summer, so it'll do fine next year with the Reds.
Candy.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, everything I've seen, the renderings, beautiful stadium. And I do agree though that if they don't put a good team on the field, apart from the first couple like years or two, people want to come see the new stadium. That I don't see sustained success of the team and everything like that. But let's face it, we might not even have baseball next year. Yet we're
Yeah.
talking about it. I mean, this stadium isn't going to be done until 2028 at the earliest. So we'll see what the state of baseball is at that point.
Well, everything will be right on top of each other because the football stadium is right over there,
Yep.
the hockey arena is right over there. It's going to be right next to where they have their supposed basketball arena, which is supposed to be right across from
T-Mobile.
Mandalay Bay, which is right there. It's basically going to be its neighbor. So all that stuff is going to be right on top of each other, basically within walking distance, all of them together. Because I spend all my time over in that area. So.
Okay, well, guess what? Everybody, time for a non-sport topic because I got a good one here. And you talk about some of these days off you're getting. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll talk about national holidays. We're going to get off sports for just a moment here. And this, Rob, I know you enjoy some of these from time to time if they're carefully placed. And I'll tell you what, you owe these people because you had days off you wouldn't have without these people. We're going to talk about presidents that established national holidays. All right, ready? And some of this stuff gets serious. Okay, Ronald Reagan established Martin Luther King Day in 1983, which is the third Monday in January. Get this, though. When Arizona didn't honor it, they lost the Super Bowl because of it. You better take Martin Luther King Day serious or you're going to lose the Super Bowl as Arizona find out the hard way. We'll continue on. Rutherford B. Hayes, President's Day, 1879, third Monday of February. I know Candy appreciates these holidays, doesn't she? And she can thank some of these guys for creating them. Let's continue on. Lyndon B. Johnson, Memorial Day, beautiful, 1968. I can't believe it's only been around since 1968, but Lyndon B. Johnson got that one right at least. Joe Biden, Juneteenth Day. Look at that, 2021 recently. I've actually done some pretty good stuff on Juneteenth Day, didn't we, Candy? We took advantage of that. Didn't we go to, was it Key West for that one?
I think so.
Yeah, cool stuff. Thanks, Joe. Okay, Grover Cleveland, Labor Day, 1894, first Monday in September. Franklin D. Roosevelt got Columbus Day, second Monday in October. I don't know how many people get days off for that one. Woodrow Wilson, Veterans Day, 1919, November 11th. Abraham Lincoln, well, you better go old age for this one because you get Thanksgiving, and he did that in 1863. Ulysses Grant, he's responsible for a lot of them. Got New Year's Day, Independence Day. Look at that. He got July 4th, New Year's Day, Christmas. So you got July 1st, 4th, and December 25th. We got say Ulysses Grant got the triple crown of all these bad boys. Okay, what are your thoughts, Cliff, about this group of presidents who got some extra time off?
Right, any days off I can get, I'm always happy to have those. Those are some of my favorite holidays in there. Surprise, Rutherford B. Hayes. Good to hear Rutherford B. Hayes did something. He has a great beard. He's one of those presidents. Don't know that much about him, but the fact he did that, I'm happy about that. Those other presidents, they did some other things along the way. You might have heard of some of those things, but hey, it's good. We need some more. We need some more holidays out there. Any day I can get an extra day off, and it's like, all right, let's celebrate it that way. That's just wonderful. But then on the other side, when I was in TV, it didn't matter because I'm working those days anyway. But I don't do the TV thing. I just teach it now and get my kids jobs in there now. But yeah, so hey, that's some good presidential work there. That's some good stuff there. It's not their most important thing, but it's important for people out there anyway. From just from the lighter side of life.
Okay, Lucas, now you know where you get some of those days off.
Yeah, right. Good old honest work for honest Dave for one of them, but yeah, it's to just spread some goodness to people and try to get some good holidays in there for sure. Something to, I don't know. I mean, got National Margarita Day, got National Hot Dog Day.
Those don't get your days off, though, do they?
No, those aren't going to get you
Okay.
days off. I'm just,
All right.
it's kind of funny. Everything is getting holidays and national days and all these kind of days. I'm just like, okay, cool. But yeah, like Cliff says, Columbus Day is not going to happen, or well, actually, yeah, that's the one day that I think has a holiday. Yeah, and then George Washington's birthday. Yeah, I mean, you have all these political holidays, and they're helped out by president. I'm just speaking on basically some knowledge. Yeah, it's so. Take it away, Jason.
Oh, that's a great segue. Look at this guy. I'll actually, if I lose my voice, you just earned a job to go ahead and host the show, Lucas. Don't worry.
Yeah, right.
You'll be all right. I'll make sure you learn the right way. You don't have to worry about it.
Well, you had some good point. Oh, Lucas had some good points. I mean, I think Veterans Day, and you know, a lot of the post offices are closed. Obviously, it's a government holiday, but for me, like in my case, I'm always busy and doing something, so I don't really, I hardly even pay attention to some of these holidays in a way. But you know, MLK, you always see a basketball game on, or during a Monday at 2:30 in the afternoon, you got like, hey, the Knicks and the Bulls, or whatever, you know.
All right.
During the week, that's always cool. And you know, and just like your regular holidays like Memorial, Labor Day, and whatnot. So I think it's always cool when the presidents always recognize that, and then, hey, there's a game on. You know, we can kind of get together, have a barbecue, or get together like all 6 of us are doing right now. So I think that's what makes this country great. To get together and just be together and enjoy each other's company and talk fun things like sports.
Okay, Rob.
Now, here's a question. Should they make the Monday after Super Bowl Sunday a holiday?
Yeah,
I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah,
Well,
you got to give it a good name
100%.
though.
yes.
Well, that's inevitable, Rob. You know that as well. They've had every other holidays. They're going to do that. I think you're right, though. That's we'll just see if Trump, if his popularity soars to a new low, saves himself by making that a legal holiday. Everybody else will make it a holiday, so you never know.
Just got to find the right name for it though.
Donald
Yeah,
Trump will make.
that's the whole. It's got to have the right name. You have to get the right name for it.
Yeah, Donald Trump could go out there. I think I have a gut feeling since he spends more time in games than he does in the Oval Office, might make it a holiday. You never know. Go ahead, Candy.
So did you know that for the first 87 years of our nation's history, so from 1776 to 1863, there were no official national holidays? While many states had various holidays and days of celebration, there were none at the federal level. Abraham Lincoln got the ball rolling in 1863 when he declared Thanksgiving to be the national holiday on the last Thursday in November. Ulysses Grant signed off, created the first set of national holidays: New Year's Day, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, which you've already talked about. One of the things that there was a controversy because the first national holiday to celebrate an individual was in honor of George Washington's birthday on February 22nd. But then it was like, well, why aren't we celebrating Abraham Lincoln's birthday? So they had a debate. And so what they ended up doing is they combined it and said, okay, that's President's Day. And they set it up on the third Monday of February. Lyndon Johnson signed the legislation called the Uniform Monday Holiday Act. And that not only created President's Day, but also moved Memorial Day, Labor Day, and Veterans Days to Mondays, creating 3-day weekends and, in theory, to boost retail sales and reduce workplace absenteeism.
Okay.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
Well, so Donald Trump wants to save face, make the day after the Super Bowl a legal holiday. I don't know if he's going to do much of anything else. I don't get too political on these shows, but Tandy set me up good for this one. And Rob, you brought it up in the first place. All right. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Anybody believe in the words vote of confidence? Because evidently Jimmy Haslam didn't. I'll never forget last year during the fall. He said, Kevin has done a really good job with us. And we've had some tough breaks. Well, get this. The old dreaded vote of confidence. Jimmy Haslam fires Kevin Stefanski. He's now the coach of the Atlanta Falcons. What are your thoughts about the dreaded vote of confidence, Cliff?
Oh my gosh, yeah. They always say that, but everybody knows it all. If the team wins, nothing's gonna happen. But if they're struggling, they have to say that, and then by the end of the season, they're gone. It's like everybody knows you're not. I don't even know why they bother, because everybody knows they're doing it. All right, we all know when it's a vote of confidence. If the team sucks, they're out the door. Okay, plain and simple. And hey, now he's in Atlanta. We'll see what he can do with Atlanta. I mean, he's got Tua now and Michael Penix there, and I'm still waiting for my Tua to like shatter into a million pieces next time he gets hit. With that, and yeah, it's they've got a handful of players that'll do good, but Stefanski, I don't know. He's going to be one of those guys too, who's going to just if he doesn't last that long at Atlanta, he'll go someplace else. He'll probably get another job. It usually takes a handful of jobs for a guy to be fully out, So, but yeah, that dreaded vote of confidence is like, why do you bother? We know the drill.
Yeah, haven't found a topic to drill you on, but I'm working on it. Okay, go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, he's bringing the Cleveland Browns to freaking Atlanta. I mean, that's... Oh, man, I'd feel for Atlanta. That is going to be a tough team to root for if you're a Falcons fan, especially. I mean, you got Tua, who's just... I mean, he's a walking freaking medical emergency. Poor guy. So, I mean, he's a cool guy, and he had so much potential and so much just, I mean, to see him go, I mean, I really wish the best for him, but, I mean, you got to take care of your health, buddy. You're refusing to wear that guard hat, whatever, but, I mean, you got to do something to prevent yourself from getting hurt. You got to do something about it, and I hope Stefanski does something to say, hey, you're really flirting with some CTE pressures and CTE congestions and some health concerns that are really, really scary. You got to take care of this, man. We got to keep you healthy. You got to do something about it. And I saw something about Kyle Pitts being the next underrated tight end. I mean, maybe he can spark a little plug into Stefanski and saying, hey, let's make this team into something great. I don't know. I'm just hopefully, I mean, because Kyle Pitts has been one of the biggest blunders of first round tight ends and God knows when.
Right.
So
he started off pretty well.
Something to help them out. Something.
Well, they got Drake London and they got Bijan.
I mean, they got probably the best running back in all of football right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but a healthy running back, young running back. And they just signed a Clemson cornerback who also was a part of his brother. He's joined his brother in Atlanta, and I can't remember for the life of me right now, but he was a heck of secondary guy. But yeah, those two will be terrific. But it's going to be a lot of heartbreak for Atlanta. It really is.
Okay. Jason?
Well, he's already got two problems at quarterback. If they can't stay healthy, who's going to be they're going to put a third string in there? Because Michael Penix is already injured. I think it was an ACL problem last year, if
Yeah.
I'm correctly. But and then like Lucas was saying about Tua, how long is this guy going to stay around? I think that maybe they just probably put him in there, maybe to push Penix a little bit. I don't know, but I just if Stefanski, he was on Cleveland, and here's the thing: Cleveland is different from Atlanta. They're not going to fire the coach every year like they do. So
Right.
we'll see what Atlanta does. Their defense, I'm not real confident. That little vote of confidence there, Cliff. I'm not sold on that. And it just sets up for guys like Stefanski to fail when you got two quarterbacks who are injury prone already, Penix. So and you have a general manager. I'm not sure why he picked him there, 7th. So you have some issues there besides Bijan. And it's like I said, who's throwing the ball to Kyle Pitts? Like who's throwing the ball to, like guys like Darnell Mooney? He was on that team. He's not there anymore. But
Right.
who's throwing the ball to these guys matters to see their stats or whatnot, so they can actually get in the end zone. And you'll see stats. You get stats like Kyle Pitts, 12 catches, 120 yards. Next week he gets 3 catches for 30 yards. And it's like it's this up and down scenario with them, and it's going to be tough for them to make it to a playoff run or even win 6 games, in my opinion.
I thought I heard that Cooper Rush signed there, didn't he? If I heard correctly, yeah, Cooper
Okay.
Rush. So, well, I mean, I don't know.
He's their
I don't
savior.
think
They made a guy.
he's not a franchise quarterback, but you need somebody in there.
He's got a
Serviceable, yeah.
pulse.
Ouch.
Go ahead, Rob.
So is this question about the vote of confidence? Is that
Yeah.
basically what this question? Okay. Have you ever known someone who was given the vote of confidence, keeping their job, let's
Right.
say, for less than 2 weeks after? Okay.
Exactly.
Never happened. That's the kiss of death.
More than 2 weeks. Sometimes more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But maybe about a month later, they're gone. Or it's So
Yeah, but Cliff, right? It is the kiss of death. Once
absolutely.
they say that, you're just thinking to yourself, when you hear a GM in a press conference say that, you're thinking to
Right.
yourself, he's gone. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
what
what
I
it is.
think.
I don't know
It's
why
a
they
kiss
do
of-
it. I just don't know why they do it. We all know. Everybody knows. Everybody knows the guy's going to get fired. Why do you even bother? You should just. I'd be more entertained. It's like, yeah, this guy freaking sucks. He's, Enjoy your time now. Once the season's over, you're gone, buddy.
Okay. Go ahead, Candy.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking 2 injury-prone quarterbacks, but we've also. I was reading that Penix says that his knee is going to be all fixed and he should be good, but you can't guarantee that you're not going to injure it again. There's just no way of knowing it.
Sure.
And Tua, well, we all know how injury prone he's been, and one more hit, that, just sad. We'll see how Atlanta fares.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to. We have probably at least time for at least 2 more topics. Anyway, I want to talk about Trevor Bauer. He strikes out a Long Island record. Get this, franchise 15 strikeouts, I believe. The guy, and we all know the guy blackballed, and that was for Long Island, which is a Long Island record. And we know he's blackballed, but then his contract was purchased by the Diablos Rojas del Mexico, and he ended up going 5-1, 2.36. Run average of 66 strikeouts and 7 starts. Let's just talk in general. We can go rapid fire on this one, Cliff. What are your thoughts about Trevor Bauer? I mean, this guy here has done everything he can to get back in the MLB, but Long Island record 15 strikeouts. I don't know how much we value that, but hey, he's still playing ball and he's still striking out some guys. But we know he's blackballed, and we talk about it, but his contract was purchased by a Mexican team. So rapid fire, Cliff.
Yeah, he's I'm from Long Island. I've been to Long Island Ducks games back in the day. I don't know, and I know why he got in trouble, but didn't the person like get, there was shenanigans with that, and there was problems with that, and all right, so unless there was other things and other problems, why can't he get back in? It's like I would have loved him to be on the Mets this year. It's like I would have taken him. Well, I would have taken anybody the way they were
Okay.
playing there. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think he should be on a major league team. I think he should be pitching someplace.
Lucas.
Yeah, he's got an attitude problem for sure. I mean, when you take a ball and from oh gosh, Terry Frank is it Terry? It was Terry Francona at the time, and you throw it over center field in Kansas City. I mean, come on, man. You gotta have a little bit more class than that. I mean, he seems to be having a lot of fun on YouTube, though. His
Yeah.
channel is huge.
Yeah.
And what he does with the King of JUCO is really cool. He seems like he's cleaned his act up on that, but I don't think he's meant for MLB right now. I don't think he'll ever be. It's kind of like the dark horse. He's kind of like the Colin Kaepernick of baseball
I
right
wouldn't
now.
go
Right
that far.
comparison,
I wouldn't go that far.
But
I
he's-
would.
But he's
I
good.
would. Are you
I wouldn't go that
fucking
far.
nuts?
Trevor Bauer is good. But as far as his reputation, it's kind of a PR nightmare for any MLB team. Don't get me wrong, Cliff. He is really, really good, but he's known for his little sword antic, which. I mean, being a Giants fan and seeing him do that to Giants when he was a Dodger, doing that to Giants players, I'm like, okay, you can do whatever you want. You got a nasty freaking curveball and a changeup that's just diabolical. Yeah, go for it. But man, I just don't see him coming back. I don't see Manfred or any other general manager being like, yeah, he's going to be a good fit for the team, and he's going to have some good experience and bring some good mentorship to young players. MLB teams are really, really just known as looking for pitchers who are going to just shut up and play kind of mentality and just like have a good mentorship. And Trevor Bauer is just a good player. And he's a damn good pitcher, and I don't think he can hold it together for the MLB.
Well, I like the comparison with Colin Kaepernick. Cliff, are you nuts or what? That's a great comparison. Here's the problem: you got social media.
He
Wait a
couldn't
minute.
play.
Wait
He
a minute.
couldn't play.
Hold it, Cliff. Let me get this in here, okay? I'm going to get this. I knew something was going to get going between me and you. The bottom line is this: it's social media antics. To me, have obviously gotten out of control. The Phillies had a chance to get him, but MLB practically blocked the move because the Phillies needed him. So don't give me this business there. I mean, listen, Lucas made a darn good opinion. That's a good comparison, Lucas. Then he is close to Colin Kaepernick. Wait a minute before you spout off. I'm not done yet. Okay, so if I were in the corner, this is a boxing match. I stick your head right up against a rope to keep wailing at you. But the reality of the situation is this. His agent Rachel Luba has done a good job getting him work anywhere, whether it's Japan, whether it's Mexico, where in the minor leagues, it doesn't matter. Maybe she could get him a job on Pluto and Mars for all I know. This girl's getting that much done. But the reality of the situation, he does compare. He brings a lot of drama. If he's making money on YouTube, I don't even know what the requirement is going to be going forward anyways. So be it. But I think that he does belong in MLB. A lot of teams can use them. That's for sure. Okay, I made my point. We'll turn over to Jason. Then I have one more topic I need to get to.
Yeah, that's a good point, Lucas. I have been following his channel that I've been watching him with the Diablos. He has been interacting with fans a lot. Whether he wants to go, maybe from what I understand, I've watched his videos. He has not mentioned like, hey, I'm trying to make a comeback or hey, this and that. Like he's got, like he'll go in the pitching cages and pitch against like college players or college. And he's, like you said, Lucas is right. He's got a killer curve and change up. But maybe Trevor doesn't care about going back to major leagues. I don't think he does. I think he's just better off. Maybe he's just having fun like this. Hey, I got enough money. But also, Scott, you said the blackball. You know, he had personal issues going on with the woman who tried to sue him um, for allegations. So, uh, and I think that's why Major League Baseball probably, more than likely blackballed him there. But um, Cleveland starting pitcher. They went to the Dodgers, but I mean, like Lucas said, if he's doing that to a highly respectable manager like Terry Francona at the time, that's tough. But I think he's just having fun, and I don't know if he really maybe even cares to come back to major leagues, and he's probably getting paid nicely anyway. So I don't think the man really cares. So, but I'll tell you what, the Tigers could use him in the bullpen because we can't. Drew Summers ain't gonna get it. So I'd sign him for a bullpen, but like I said, it's just gonna all depend on if he really wants to, and I don't really think he cares, and more than likely on that.
Okay, Rob.
Jason, actually, he did care because he did offer to pitch for any major league team for the minimum. For the past at least 3 or 4 years, and that's why he's played with the Ducks and done everything that he's done. Listen, he probably is a clubhouse cancer. We've talked about this on our show a lot, me and Chris.
Right.
And Chris, that's what Chris feels. And he probably is, but I feel that he's been blackballed. He never had, the charges were dropped.
Yeah.
So why can't the guy make a living? You don't have to like him. We could bring up a list of major league ball players that were horrible people. I could look Ty Cobb if you want to talk about, Detroit. There's a list. You don't have to like them, and as long as they don't do anything, the charges were dropped. So the guy really did get blackballed. I don't think the commissioner wanted him there. I don't think any GMs wanted to touch him, but really they stopped the guy from continuing his career. If the charges weren't dropped and if there was more evidence, then yes, but it's just not right. That's how I feel. And now he's probably too old. He's 35. His ERA in Mexico right now is like 4.41, 4.41. So he's probably done, but I just feel like he was blackballed, and unless they arrested him and it went to trial and he was guilty, he should have been able to at least continue his career.
I agree, Rob.
Yeah, he'd be a headache for everybody. Go ahead, Jason, before I turn over Candy. One more topic to go.
Oh, sure. I just wanted to mention, I was just saying that Rob, that maybe even recently, maybe he's just starting to give up on it. But you didn't.
And you can't blame him, Jason.
Right?
Yeah, you can't
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And like you said, he was cleared, and like you said, he was just blackballed. It was just unfortunate.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, Candy, you got the last word. One more topic to go. Then Rob and Candy will give a recap. Also, just a programming note, Rob and Candy will be on at least an hour on Monday. There will be no baseball at all, so they're going to have a chance to take their show and do a lot with it in prime time. Go ahead, Candy. You have a final word on Bauer. One more topic, which is our feature topic. Go ahead, Candy.
I understand to a certain extent him getting suspended, or during which they were trying to figure out are the charges real or not. But when they've reportedly said that no, it gets really hard. It for teams these days have a responsibility. Let's face it. We all look up to, or most people look up to baseball players, football players, stars, especially kids. We think of them as role models. So when something happens that puts that into question, it's hard. Is it written in your contract that if you're so-called alleged to do something, that you should be suspended or fired or whatnot?
Right.
Obviously, if the charges are proven and you are innocent until proven guilty, once you're proven guilty, then for sure you have to be off.
Yeah.
Do I feel that this was, again, sometimes people go after athletes because they have a lot of money. But
Right.
when it becomes not one, not two, not three, and multiple people, do you think all four of these women were, conspiring or trying to? It's kind of a hard fine line. I get it. He has been blackballed, which is unfortunate. But I also really wonder if there's multiple people coming out, if there isn't some validity to some of it.
Okay, let's go to our final topic of the night, which happens to be our featured topic of the night. Anybody else want to add something really quickly before I go to this last topic?
Yeah, he's not John Rocker, but he's still got some work to do.
John Rocker went to the Ducks
Yeah,
too.
right. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no
what I-
kidding! I forgot.
Yeah. I saw him on get off. It's on the same train on the LIRR coming on to Penn Station.
Oh,
one
wow,
time.
John
Like,
Rocker.
nobody knew who he was. This was
Long
many
Island
years after that.
Bad.
Many years
That's a
after that. He had
nightmare of a
long
guy.
hair. Yeah. John Rocker.
Great stuff, Lucas. Bring up John Rocker. How appropriate.
Yeah,
Well, that's
right.
a great segue to where we're going now, because New York's we'll talk about our feature topic tonight. New York exploring the possible bid for the 2042 Winter Olympics. I'll probably be dead by then anyways. But they're also looking at Lake Placid for the outdoor events and New York City on the indoor events. I think it's fascinating, Rob. I really do. You got the Barclays Center and Madison Square Garden will be able to take care of a lot of the arena events. And then Lake Placid's proven to be able to go out there and host the outdoor ones. Let's go to Rob on this one first. What are your thoughts about the idea, Rob?
I agree. Listen, the last time it was in Lake Placid, that was a great Olympics. That was a great Winter
Right.
Olympics, one of the best. They did a great job, and so I'm all for it. Like you said, the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. There's a lot of venues, so why not? It'll bring money into the city again. We saw what happened with the Knicks, how much money was brought in
Right.
in the postseason for the Knicks.
Right.
The finals and the run. So hey, I'm all for it. If New York could get it, go for it.
Okay. Let's go ahead to Cliff.
Oh, I'm like Rob. I've long time lived in New York, and yeah, I mean, in Lake Placid. Oh my gosh, that's where I first got into hockey. That team, and oh my gosh, and it still has me to this day. But yeah, I mean, that's usually. I think Italy, they had like different venues too, so you can have it. And it's in New York, but Lake Placid's not close to New York City. It's a good haul there. But yeah, I think it would definitely work. It'd bring a lot of money in there. I mean, look at the World Cup. I mean, those things were packed, and it's the Olympics. So I think they're gonna have to like augment some of the stuff they did at Lake Placid, because the Olympics are big. They were big then, but they're absolutely gigantic now. So they're gonna have to update some things there for Lake Placid. New York, the city's going to be fine. City's going to be fine with that because they can handle that kind of stuff. They handle stuff like that all the time. Lake Placid's just going to have to update some of their
Well, they'll do it. They until 2042. Sick them had to do it if they get it.
Oh yeah,
I mean, what
if
are
they get it. They got
2026?
time.
Give me a break. Seriously, really, or
Yeah.
really seriously, really. You know what? Because you said that. Really, seriously, really. Jeez, I said 2042, pal. Now it's time to update those facilities. Are you out of your mind where that D hat here, and I'll ring it around your
Well,
neck.
it'll take.
They got the
It's going to take a while. These things are slow. They always are.
Yeah,
It
but
always
not
takes a
that
while.
slow. Not
Well,
that
they-
slow. They're talking 2042. Are you nuts?
It's-
Really?
well,
Seriously, really?
they're gonna do just fine. They're gonna be, but they're gonna have to update it. They're gonna get it.
All right,
If
well,
they get
listen,
it-
man. what do you got? I don't know. I'm not good with my math. I think it's 16 years updated.
Yeah,
if they
16 years.
get
Very
it.
good. Very
Well, at
good.
least I got that part right in my math. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a long way away, man.
Well, they
know, like,
plan this
I
stuff
don't-
out there.
I'm like, man, like I agree with Cliff and that. Lake Placid, that's sweet. You know, I absolutely the 1980 hockey team, Herb Brooks, rest in peace to him. But you know, and that team, and this year, you know, we had a great gold medal game with USA. So again, in Canada, so it's going to be good, but can it be sooner than that? But again, I would like to go, and if I have a friend that's out there, and obviously Cliff and Rob know the area real well, so I've never been there, but I would definitely make the trip to see.
Don't worry, Rob will show you around. He's good at that
Yeah,
stuff.
I got some friends in Buffalo too, so it's going to be good for the games, and good for the fans, but 2042. Oh, I wish it was like maybe a couple years away, 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Well, what are you going to do?
wait till you get to Robin my age, 63. We're not thinking about 14 years. I'll be in rocking chairs via Cracker Barrel if we get to those. Go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, you got 16 years to figure out where you can host a multi-use place that can hold. I mean, yeah, you got Madison Square Garden and you got the Barclays Center, but I feel like there needs to be something that's just a little bit bigger to have a mass amount of winter events. I mean, they can build something, especially with, unfortunately, I hate to say it, AI is going to probably be able to make something up. I mean, good the way it's freaking evolving. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that, and it hurts to the depth of my soul to say it, but yeah, I feel like AI would make something up and something that would be able to hold that many people. But at the same time, it would be kind of cool to, I mean, to have that. Oh gosh, I mean, we're having the Summer Olympics in LA and
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to that.
That'll be sick. It's gonna be dirty, but yeah, it'll be sick. But yeah, then to have the Winter Olympics in 2042 would be pretty cool as well. So hey, more for the American economy to yeah, let's bring it.
Okay, go ahead, Candy. You have the final word. Also, after she's done, Rob and Candy are going to give a brief overview of their last show. What's ahead? Go ahead, Candy.
I mean, obviously, anytime you put the Olympics here in the United States, it has such an impact on the economy. You want to bring it here. You want to bring the best venues here. When you think about the venues and stuff like that, you don't want to just build them for the Olympics. You want to build them so that they'll multi-use because obviously you're spending a lot of money. It's not cheap to build anything anymore. So you got to build something that you can use in the future. It would be great if we could build something and then we could win in it again, like we did, but back in the day.
All right, just give you a preview of next week's show. We're going to talk about Mike Brown and the relationship with Jalen Brunson, how it actually dated back to when he got hired. Then also we're going to talk about the NBA Finals and the viewers that you have for games 1 and 2. That'll be on next week's edition of Sports Exchange. No time for tonight. We had a lot of great topics to get to. Now I'm going to turn over to Candy and Rob. They're going to talk about on Monday's show, what's ahead for this coming Monday. Go ahead, Candy and Rob, take it away.
Go ahead, Candy.
So we'll recap what we talked about this previous Monday. Since we have a longer show this Monday, we haven't thought of all the topics yet. So
they'll be looking at about 60 to 75 minutes, Rob. So put this in your calendar about 7:15 to around 8:30, because 108 Stitches baseball talk won't be on. Go ahead, Candy.
Well, Scott, I don't get up in the middle of the night like you do and prep shows for a week or two in advance. So I'm just saying, I know you do that. I don't do that. Rob and I have not discussed it yet. This previous week we talked about all kinds of tips on what to do when you're traveling, and there were numerous tips that we. But like I say, last week was the fastest 30 minutes in traveling. It goes by so quick. So I think even though this one's going to be an hour, it seems to go by really quick the time. There's a lot of things to talk about when you're talking about traveling, whether it be different places to go to or traveling. We talked about airline the week before. We talked about the different classes on an airline trip. You know, do you want to go economy? Do you want to go business? Do you want to go first class? Um, you know, so definitely check out the channel. One of the things that I learned when I was prepping for the show 2 weeks ago, not only do you want to look at what class you're flying, you want to look at how old the plane is, because the planes have changed. Just like we're talking about stadiums and how the stadiums have changed, so have airlines, so have cruise ships. So you definitely want to look at the age of what the vehicle is you're using to travel with. But yes, this next week, Rob and I are going to be talking. It's going to be over an hour long show, the longest show we've had, but we're looking forward to it. We'll probably be talking about different destinations.
That Go ahead. I'm sorry, Candy.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, Rob, because I've talked all this time. I'll let you.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about some destinations, and it's going to be an hour show, so it's going to go twice as fast as the half-hour show, right? Because the half-hour show really is a lot of fun, and it flies by. Before you know it, it's done. But also, if there's anybody out there who wants to hear, you know, they could get in touch with you guys if they want to talk, if they want to hear. You know, they want us to talk about different topics, like different places, vacations, cruise. It doesn't have to be cruises. It could be anything. Different, you know, tropical islands, or, you know, camping, anything that they like, you know, they should let us know, and then we'll talk about it, right? I think
any topic idea, email us, southfloridatribune@gmail.com. Would love to hear your thoughts or what you want to hear about, because yeah, we come up with topics, but there might be something that someone out there wants to know about that either we know about or we'll do research for you.
Yeah, I just found a weird quirk about that. I just booked a flight to Fort Myers through Delta, and I found out that Main Cabin Plus is more expensive than Comfort Plus, and I get more leg room with Comfort Plus, and Main Cabin was more expensive. I'm like, what? That makes no sense. And the only thing you get with Main Cabin Plus is priority boarding. I'm like, what? That was so weird to me. I'm like, of course I'm going to go with Comfort Plus over Main Cabin. Right. Are you kidding me? It was so weird. I just did that today, actually.
Great stuff. I like it when you guys contribute with these two. These two work. Candy and Rob do a really good job. They work hard. And Candy and I will be heading up to Dunedin and Tarpon Springs over the weekend. Hope to get some more hay so we have plenty more to say. What you guys do on Monday, that's your own business. And if your hour show goes fast and faster than I talk, then more power to you. But I know that's a lot of fun. And I'm glad that you two have undertaken the project to build the travel site, at least on the air. Great stuff. Anything else, Rob, you want to add to that?
No, it's just gonna be a really fun show, and I have some ideas. I have to get in touch with Candy over the weekend, and we'll set it up. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's 108 inches baseball talk. We'll have the night off. Mary Foote will be at a family gathering, and my other co-host Warren Brewster and I, we said, you know what, we'll take it off too, and we'll be coming back from our trip to the Tampa Bay area as well. With that said, we're going to go around the horn, let everybody know they get them. Candy will have us one final station break. Go ahead, Cliff. We'll start off with you.
Well, you catch me here every week on the Sports Exchange right here for the South Florida Tribune. I'm also on Facebook, and I've started doing Instagram too with Cliff Neal 55.
Okay, Lucas, one of our big rookies of the year.
Yeah, right. I'm starting to become a regular here on Wednesdays. I mean, this is great to be here with all y'all. Thank you, Scott,
we love having you, man.
Inviting me, man. Appreciate it.
You're a fixture now. You're good.
Yeah, actually I don't really have. I just deleted Instagram today. I'm taking a little mental health break from it, even though I should be on it. But yeah, I am not doing any social media anymore. So I'm kind of playing it by this ear right now, and this is my only way of kind of communication right now, and it's kind of healthy for me right now. So that's how I'm floating by with it, and it might change within a month because I might be like, okay, I need to get back on it. But yeah, that's just how things are going right now.
Wow, we love having you on Wednesday night. Are you kidding, man? You bring some interesting stuff to the table. We're proud to have you. And you and Jason have been two welcome additions to the program. Looking forward to seeing you every Wednesday night, Lucas. You're awesome. And look forward to seeing you when I get up to North Carolina. And we have some other business that are on there as well. Go ahead, Jason.
Well, it's been a awesome few weeks since I just started here on the Sports Exchange. You can find me on Wednesday nights, 9 to 11 Eastern time. I got some things going on YouTube. I'm a little bit, there's some things on there that are probably could be updated, but I did recently, I do write for the stadiumrant.com. I just recently picked up a writing position there. And you can also find me on Facebook at Jason Proc, and also YouTube Proc Sports Edge 1. So, like I said, I enjoy everybody, and this is a lot of fun. And I'm excited to come back and keep talking sports, get with you guys.
Well, we enjoy having you on the Wednesday Night Sports Exchange. Everybody on this show is outstanding. From Cliff to Lucas to you, Jason. Rob, go ahead.
Yep, NYMLB Talk with Chris. Me and Chris are all over the place. YouTube, X, Facebook, TikTok. So just look up NYMLB Talk and the Travel Show. Don't forget about the Travel Show.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Candy, take us home.
South Florida Tribune Publishing Company published a book, Lessons from the Microphone, Tuning into the Enduring Wisdom of Visionary Leaders. It is written by our host, Scott, the Motor City Madmouth Morganroth, talks about his 40-plus years in the industry. Has some really cool pictures of Scott and a young Muhammad Ali, Scott with a young Tommy Lasorda. I mean, Chuck Wepner. And if you don't know who Chuck Wepner is, look it up or buy the book and find out. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, Google, and Apple Books. Audio book version is also out there, although then you don't get to see the pictures. But link on our website, www.southfloridatribune.com, where we have a lot of other content. If you like to listen to podcasts, you can find us wherever you get your podcast. If you see the red subscribe button in that lower right-hand corner, that means you have not yet subscribed to us. Honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Really, just click it. It's free. Click it, like us, share us, and then turn on your notifications so you're notified every time we go live. Monday nights, we do No Limits. And then we do baseball most Monday nights. This Monday night's the exception. Just No Limits, travel. Tuesday nights is football night. Wednesday nights, anything goes. And if you were listening to the show previous, the Motor City Madmouth show, you'll understand when I say anything goes. You got to tune in. Go watch it. You got to. Then Thursday nights, Sports Wrap. Scott talks hockey with hockey people. That started last week. He was doing soccer previous, but now it's hockey. And then you can come on over to the Country Club, where Jeremy and I do a fire up on Thursday nights with our crew. Last but not least, we created Destination Discoveries Media Network. It's our travel YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to that. QR code now is for Destination Discoveries Media Network. We'd love to have you. We talk all things traveling. And the other thing we do is we do travel, and then we put up videos of places we've been to. So there are videos up there of Iceland. There's videos of Norway, France, Germany, Holland, Amsterdam. We went this last year. We were in Portugal. We went to a soccer football game Go check out our videos. We went to Key West. We went to Naples. Gonna go to Dunedin, as I like to call it, in
And
Florida
Tarpon
this weekend,
Springs.
and Tarpon Springs. So watch for those videos. Just hit the red subscribe button. We appreciate everybody that's commenting in the comment section. Love to have more people commenting. If you have any ideas for us on any of our shows, email us at southfloridatribune@gmail.com. Or if you want to sponsor and advertise a show on our show, email us. Back to you, Scott.
All right, that does it for us on the Sports Exchange. On behalf of Cliff, Neal, Lucas, Nelson, Jason Prock, Rob Maraska, Candy Emily, my name is Scott Morgan. Thank you for joining us. See you next Wednesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Join Rob and Candy at around 7:15 regular time. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye now.